morning, I'm Li Puyin. Student ID is 11667623. Today we will talk about the main crisis of TVB in last year. The main crisis of TVB is the loss of advertiser, which made a huge loss of TVB's profits in last year. In anti-extradition law amendment bill movement, TVB's report largely focused on how the protesters have disrupted Hong Kong but dilutes the reason. Because of that, people organized boycotts of TVB on social media and urged companies to withdraw advertisement from TVB. Many companies withdraw their advertisement in TVB, such as Pizza Hut, Temple. Advertising revenue has accounted for more than half of TVB's overall revenue. The loss of advertiser, which made a huge loss on TVB's profit. The main reason of this crisis is Lai Zhuigong. He is the vice chairman of TVB board and a member of Communist Party of China. As Lai Zhuigong is a member of Communist Party of China, TVB fall under China control. Also, Lai Zhuigong gradually changed TVB to the mainland market. For example, TVB purchased many Chinese TV drama, introduced and promoted the Greater Bay Area in TV drama Come Home Love, and opened J5 with arrangement Putonghua News Report and Putonghua Financial News. Subtitles are also converted to simplified. Zhuigong chose employees not based on ability but on political spectrums. After Lai Zhuigong controlled TVB, he promoted pro-communists such as Mui Xiuqing and Lau Ka-ho couples, returned to TVB as production directors, and promoted Yun Chi-wai to Assistant General Manager of News and Information. As the pro-communists occupied management positions, they suppressed the dissent. In 2014, Perry Chow, the chief editor of TVB News, and was exiled to compose international traffic from Europe, as she was in charge of the verify and permit of Bitten Canton. And Hui Yong-hua was demoted as he decided to broadcast death sentence. This makes TVB staff become self-censorship. Management restrict the use of word of employees, such as avoid using police beating people with truncheons. Need to use police is waving truncheons instead of it. Also, superiors revise the news draft without applying the person in charge. The person in charge will only know the informed after the news is paid. Most senior reporters who upholding the freedom of the press and neutrality was exiled, demoted, or resigned. However, TVB didn't think this is a problem. Even worse, when they hear new reporters, they reject the applicants who worked for Apple or Mingpo, as those media has criticized the Chinese Communist Party. This makes TVB only have the voice of pro-communist. In addition, new hears a lack of supervision and guidance from seniors, which has led to a reduction in quality. As news has the first-hand information and the fourth power, and has the ability to influence society, news must be neutral. However, TVB is biased to the government. For example, in the anti-extradition law amendment bill movement focused on how the protesters have disrupted Hong Kong. And in the Thai cruising attack in 2019, TVB used blackmail technique to try to hide the truth. In 4th November 2019, a gray-clad man attacked anti-police brutality demonstrator with a knife in Thai cruising and was subdued by other demonstrators. However, TVB only shows the man being subdued by demonstrators. TVB used a long narrative to describe the man being attacked, but not to mention that he wronged someone with a knife first, made the man look like a victim. Because TVB is getting worse, citizens feel upset, so they decide to sanction TVB.
Next, we will going to talk about the organizational decision making. In organizational making, we will use the Carnegie model and the unstructured model. We will using these two models to talk about the conceptual foundation and the significance, and discuss how they can particularly applied to the organization for the TVB and the expected implications. First, we will going to talk about the Carnegie model. Why we are choosing Carnegie model? Because TVB cannot get the full information from the market. Because of that, they can only get a limited information. Also, not everyone are really fully rational. We can only just find out the good enough solution to deal with the problems. How we can get the good enough solution? We will compromise, bargainings, and accommodated the organizational coalitions. So why is the importance of using the Carnegie models? It is because it can lower the chance of making bad corporate decisions. It is important for TVB to use it because now TVB management is always making the bad decisions. Also, it can improve the organization performance and effectiveness. It's also important for TVB because now TVB is performed so badly, it's lost so much money. So it's hope that using the Carnegie model can improve the performance. Next, we will going to talk about how we can apply the Carnegie models. First of all, we will hire the outside marketing company to help us to conduct a marketing research. After getting the marketing research, we can get to know how Hong Kong citizens think about us. After that, we can discuss the problem with our management level. After the discussion, we will come out a satisfied decisions that can help to improve the performance. By getting the satisfied decisions, we need to perform the decisions as soon as possible. This is because we hope we can improve the performance in a faster pace. After applying the decision for a period of time, we need to review the effectiveness time to time, checking whether it's good, have a good effect with our company. What we expect of receiving from the decision making of using the Carnegie models. First, we can get the support from our employees, letting our employees staying in our company and work for us. Also, it can gain the trust from the public. People in Hong Kong willing to trust our company and willing to watch the TV programs from our companies. It can increase the viewer numbers. By increasing the viewer numbers, it can keep the current advertiser and finding the potential new advertiser to show their advertisement on our platform. Next, we will also using the unstructured model to help us to make the decisions. Because of the high uncertainty of nowadays, for example, the political issues and the coronavirus, we need to react very quickly to make a decision to face the uncertain environment. Why is it important to use the unstructured model? Because using the unstructured model can make the change to suit the current situation as soon as possible. It is a faster way to make a decision. Also, we can, through making the decision in a faster way, to lower the effect from the external market because it's changed so fast. Next, we're going to talk about how we can apply the unstructured models. First of all, we need to recognize the problems that is affected by the current situation. For example, the coronavirus is negatively affected the market. Also, we need to collect more information from different stakeholders, for example, the viewers and the advertiser. And we need to try to find out any past experience can help us to overcome this problem. For example, the 2003, the SARS situation. Next, we need to think of any customized solution, such as lower the advertisement price, and also thinking of some gimmick to attract the company to put the advertisement on our channel. Next, we will discuss whether which solution is most suitable. After that, we need to authorize the decision to perform and release the news as soon as possible. What we will expect of using the unstructured models is can lower the loss that can affected by the external change, and also it can even improve the organizational performance and effectiveness.
I'm Lau Chunwei. I will talk about the improvement and suggestion in organizational learning. There are 4 different improvement and suggestion, which are statistics of organizational learning, using game theory, nature of TMT, which is top management team, and dialectical inquiry. For the statistics of organizational learning, there are 4 different types. First is listening to dissenters. TVB can not only listening to what they like, such as some people are already supporting them. TVB should also listening to the dissenters' voice, because their opinion can help them to improve their performance. Second is converting events into learning opportunities. TVB should review the whole situation, look what is going on, and find the problem. Then they should make an improvement, such as redesign the whole culture to fix this problem. Third is experimenting. In this situation, TVB should try more different alternatives to see if there are more effective options. After that, TVB should choose the most effective one to replace the old one. Lastly is transformational leadership. That means the manager should more motivate their employees and also create a new value, mission, and culture. Move to the using game theory. TVB should analyzing its competitor, such as ViuTV, to see what they will do to let themselves into advantage. After that, based on the competitor's decision, TVB will make some options that can make them into advantage. And finally, to choose the most effective one to compete their competitor. For the nature of TMT, we will suggest TVB to use circle configuration, because in circle configuration, each manager are not only report to the CEO, they will have a conversation and discussion between each other. In this situation, each manager can collect different opinions. After that, they can have a discussion to design the best solution to fix the problem. Last but not least is dialectical inquiry. The decision-maker team will listening to different teams about their opinion. They will know the reason why they think this opinion is effective. After that, each team and top manager will cut the best part of each plan to design the final plan to solve the problem.
So I will talk about about the organizational learning of the TVB, and here's it is the other agenda that I will mention about. The first question that TVB needs to know is that why TVB need to do organizational learning. The reason is that when TVB can understand what the organization is or the environment is, they can find a way to improve their effectiveness because they know about what problem they have and which can help them to pinpoint out what they should do. Second, manager can better understand the organization structure of TVB. Through the learning, they may understand the environment, like how the people think about TVB or the ways of reporting news. Then they may deal with the uncontrollable environment. So, how does TVB understand the concept of organizational learning? There are two types of organizational learning, including the exploration and the exploitation. For the former one, it encourages TVB to search and do the experiment with new kinds of form or organizational activities, which means TVB can find a brand new way to manage the company. For the latest one, TVB may need to refine and improve the current activities and the procedures, like the communication rate, management group, something like that. And it may involve the TQM program in order to keep refining the activities. So, there are three issues that TVB now facing on organizational learning, which are the barrier for them too. For cognitive dissonance, which means that the manager feels discomfort when there is an inconsistency between their beliefs and actions. As we mentioned before, TVB is struggling on not fair enough news, which lead to the profit loss and keep firing their employees. As you may know, there are a lot of people that agree with the ways of TVB reporting their news, and even some of the advertiser leaves because of that. So, and some of the news show that the employee claim the manager of TVB not listening to their views by logical thinking. You may imagine that the TVB managers are struggling in the cognitive dissonance because as the protest begins and the boycott begins, TVB never improve on the quality of their news, and it clearly showed us that managers keep looking for information to reinforce the action on no changing on news reporting. So as the boycott come out, TV manager keep trusting their own belief and underestimate the power of the internet. You may see now below the right side of the news talking about the TVB cutting the students' worth and report the fake news. Also, some of the news are not fair enough, like Taiko Sing 1, people who ears being bitten off, where TVB didn't mention that. From those things, we can tell that the manager is struggling in the illusion of control because they discover that they can't handle it and start to centralize more power and do what they want. So finally, on ego defensiveness, I think the manager keep thinking that there are no problem with their action, then they will no change on their policy or the ways of reporting news or refine their problem. Then it become a barrier that make the manager become more and more persistent.
Hello, my name is Chang Wen Zhao, and my student number is 11932712, and I will analyze the managing groups and teams of TVB. Firstly, I will introduce the benefit of TVB to manage groups and teams. It mainly introduces why TVB should manage groups and teams, and then I will introduce the intrinsic motivation of TVB by the classicity. After that, further analyze the problems of TVB in managing groups. Finally, I will give recommendations to TVB in this area. The benefits of managing groups is mainly reflected in the following 2 points. Group and teams can be more effective. It means through targeted management of the team, TVB can improve the operational efficiency of the whole organization, and TVB can further gain competitive advantages in this industry, especially in news industry. Effective group management will bring TVB faster news output, and high timeliness will help TVB to gain competitive advantages in the future. According to the classicities, TVB applies traditional authority. It means intrinsic motivation of TVB is wholly dependent on the leader wishes, and these wishes cannot be accepted by other members in this organization. Then I will analyze the problem of TVB in managing groups by the 3 group elements. The first one is social interaction. TVB is resisted by the public because of its position. The second problem of the group is the stability. It is reported that 1/10 of the employees were laid off due to the recent social problems. The mass layoffs has destroyed the stability of TVB groups. The third one is common interest or goals. It is reported that more than 100 employees sent open letters against TVB's position, that it's only speak for the government. So finally, I recommend TVB use the brainstorming strategy. TVB's middle and senior leaders should listen more to the options of ordinary employees. It will not only enhance the group management, but also restore reputation from the public.